here's what I was struck by listening to all of you. What you're asking for is so basic. It's not you're coming here with some new ideas and new fangled theories. I mean, you're just saying, give us a higher wage that we deserve, give us health care that we deserve, make sure if we serve the country that we can get mental health treatment like your grandfather. I mean, these are things that people have been fighting for decades. I was struck. I had the great honor this past Sunday of going to Reverend Barber's church because I wanted to welcome folks to Poor People's Campaign to D.C. And the Reverend said something to me at the end. He said, go look at Dr. King's speech in Montgomery in 1965. And I said, I last read that in high school. I said, go reread it. And when the bishop asks you to go read something, you decide, you go do it, you know. So I actually reread the whole speech. And I was struck, because I remembered the phrase, you know, everyone knows the how long, not long. But I was struck by there's this whole middle section in the speech, which is all about economic justice. And Dr. King is saying basically that the construct of Jim Crow was constructed to suppress wages for black and white people. And I just want to read this one passage because it was so, I reread that speech over and over again, but Dr. King says, then it may be said of the Reconstruction era that the Southern aristocracy took the world and gave the poor white man Jim Crow. He gave him Jim Crow, and when his wrinkled stomach cried out for the food that his empty pockets could not provide, he ate Jim Crow, a psychological bird that told him that no matter how bad off he was, at least he was a white man, better than the black man. And he ate Jim Crow. And when his undernourished children cried out for the necessities that his low wages could not provide, he showed them that the Jim Crow signs on the buses and in the stores, on the streets, and in the public buildings. And his children, too, learned to feed upon Jim Crow. We've got the same thing going on now in our country. Same thing going on now. And so I want to just say what you are doing in building this multiracial coalition, white, black, Asian, saying we're not going to be fooled by this ugly propaganda in this country to serve elite, wealthy interests. We're going to seek justice is extraordinary. And if there's anything that's going to change this country, it's what you're doing. It's the only thing that ever has. So I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. Know that it matters. And those of us in the Progressive Caucus and who've heard you will certainly do our part to make sure we continue this fight. Thank you very much.